Hey guys, Susie Nelson here with Affiliate Marketing Informant. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a Vidnami video in AIVO.ai. Now, if you haven't heard by now, Vidnami is gone, and all former Vidnami lovers are very sad and heartbroken. So we have been in search of good Vidnami alternatives, and this is one you should definitely check out. If this video helps you out, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment below. We'd love to hear from you. And you can try this Vidnami alternative out for free with the link in the description below. Okay, so this is how this video is going to be structured. First, I'm going to talk about AIVO's features and how they stack up to Vidnami, highlighting the features that you want if you're a former Vidnami user. Second, Kim is going to create the video in Vidnami, and yes, we did film this before they shut down. And third, I'm going to create the same video in AIVO.ai. So you can watch us create the exact same video in each video maker and see why AIVO is a good Vidnami alternative right now. And before we even get into this video, I just want to give you a full warning. There is no exact replacement for Vidnami. Unfortunately, there is no one product that does exactly everything Vidnami did as well as it did it. But let's talk about what AIVO.ai does have. It is an AI video maker, so therefore it does have the auto clip selection that you're going to be looking for to make it really easy to create videos quickly and easily. AIVO also has voices in 30+ languages, so you can choose an auto voice versus using your own. However, this is not available in the free plan. It is included in the Elite 14-day trial, however. They also have a wide variety of background music that you can apply to your video just like Vidnami. They support different video formats like horizontal, vertical, and square. They do support the 1080p export option for all plans. The Elite and Supreme plans will also offer you brand customization options, which will allow you to add things like your logo and standard intros and outros. You can upload your own media, voiceover, and music, and there are some limitations on that. And the AIVO.ai plans do not come with unlimited videos either. The maximum is 100 videos per month at 180 seconds for each video. Now, AIVO does not have all of the features that you're used to in Vidnami. And keep watching because I'm actually going to call those out as I create the Vidnami-like video inside of AIVO. Now we're going to do the AIVO versus Vidnami demo comparisons. Now we're going to start with Kim making the video inside of Vidnami. She did film this before Vidnami shut down. So if you guys don't want to watch this, then definitely refer to the chapters in the description below. And you can skip forward to where I make this exact same video inside of AIVO.ai. But we really wanted you to be able to see step by step how these two compare and how they don't. Here's Kim.
So in Vidnami, I'm going to come to the create a new video option, and then I'm going to go through Vidnami's process to actually create a really quick and easy video. So I'm just going to leave it on the content video format template, which is what you choose at first. I'm going to choose the cool blue template. Then I'm going to paste a script in here. And if you want the script to test out, then definitely download my user guide. I've actually got it linked in there for you to give you a really easy and quick script that you can use to save yourself time. Now that I've pasted my script, now we're going to go to the scenes, and this is where Vidnami does its AI and its auto clip generation, where it automatically creates a video for us, right? And this is going to be where you actually enhance or edit each scene as you want. So some of the popular options are to come here and actually use these words that are auto-populated for you to find different images that you can actually use. And at any point, you can choose any of these images to use in this scene instead of what it auto-populates. Then you scroll down and check the scenes, right? And at any point, you can come in here and you can edit words and you can edit the highlighting as well. Your scene options allow you to do some popular things like hiding the text, bolding and underlining the different parts of your captions, moving the caption to different positions, adjusting the background, and easily linking the previous scene using the same media layout and motion. And if you decide you don't like the screen, you can delete. We're going to say that it's good as is, and we're going to move on to the voice. In this case, we're going to keep things simple and just use one of each auto voices. But in many cases, affiliate marketers and online marketers that use Vidnami, and even creative agencies, like to either record their own voice track or upload a voice track for the video. We're going to go with Kate. Now we're going to preview our video. And depending on how long the video is, this particular step in the preview part can take a few minutes. So we will wait patiently as Vidnami does its thing. Now that the preview is generated, we can celebrate different background music. You can also upload your own music, as you know. And then if you come to options, this is where you have some additional options to adjust the music volume, the track volume, and even the voice track speed. Hit preview again since I made some adjustments, and it's going to create another video preview for me. You can come down here and actually play the video, and then when it looks good, you continue, in which Vidnami will actually create and generate your video. And this is an option that most of us use. We actually like to come in here and change the resolution to full HD 80p, which does take slower times to generate, larger file sizes, but higher quality videos. Then we generate video and Vidnami does its thing once again. So this is going to be the process of creating a video in Vidnami. And one of the reasons why it was such a favorite, because you really could spend very little time creating pretty high quality videos with minimal work. Now Vidnami has finished actually creating my video. I'm going to choose download to download it to my desktop. Then I'm going to open it and play you the example.
Now I'm going to jump into AIVO and show you how to create a similar video to what we just did in Vidnami. The one thing unique about AIVO is that you will actually get more options on how you can create your videos than you had inside of Vidnami. So this could offset some of the things that you may not get inside of AIVO that you got in Vidnami. Now to keep this as simple as possible, I am going to try to do the exact same steps that Kim just did in Vidnami. To do that, you're going to go to Create Video. We're going to choose Paste a Script, because we have that handy dandy script linked below that Kim has already done for us. So we'll take the title and copy and paste that in as our subject line. Then I'll take the rest of the script and copy and paste that into the add text box. If you would like AIVO to summarize your script, you can certainly do that with this checkbox here, but I don't, and then click continue. Now AIVO is showing you some keywords that you can either remove or you can actually add more. And this is going to help improve the quality of your video so the AIVO knows what your video is about. If you wanted to add your own topic, simply click here. You would type in your word and hit enter, and then you could even type in more. This is not a necessary step, but it is helpful. If you had a plan where you could use Supreme Media Library, you could certainly leave this box checked, but I'm going to uncheck it just so we can see what it looks like without the Supreme Media. Click continue. And now we're going to choose our format. So just like Vidnami, you can choose horizontal, vertical, or square. We're going to choose horizontal. And now we have an option to choose our brand settings and our template. They do tell us we can change or edit this at any time. And you can scroll through here and see which one you like best. This one looks really similar to one we've been working with, so I'll choose that one. From here, you have an opportunity to preview this all the way through. And if this is the one you want, you can click confirm. Now they want us to name our video. We can change this at any point, and we'll click continue. Now AIVO is using its AI to generate a video based off of the sentences that we provided them in the script. Once that is done generating, you are automatically dropped into the editor. And the first time you come in here, you're actually provided with a brief walkthrough. And if you're like me, sometimes you need a refresher on those things. If that's the case, just head up to the question mark. And every box that the walkthrough went over is highlighted here for you if you need any direction. On the left, you're immediately dropped into the content section. If you wanted to look at your scenes from here, you can absolutely jump straight to the scene from here. So the first thing I like to do is come through and look through these scenes and see what the images or the videos look like. And if you want to see one in detail, just click on it. I can see the text in all of these is very small. So it looks like we're going to definitely have to adjust the text in each scene. And if we look at this little arrow, we can tell that this is an image and not a video. So it looks like AIVO used a whole bunch of images for me instead of videos. So I'm definitely going to want to fix that too. Now that we've looked at the whole video and we know we're going to have to change some of the scenes and some of the text, let's get started with that. On the top of your timeline is your background music. If we go over to audio on the left, here you can preview your background music. You can turn the volume up or down, or you can delete it altogether. They do have a search function where you can type in a search term such as chill, and it will show you all of the background music to do with that. You can just hit the play button if you want to hear it and preview it for your video. Next is your voiceover. AIVO does give you the opportunity to record your own voiceover directly from the platform, but we're going to take a look at the AI voices. You can choose from male or female. They tell us that they have 30 different languages, but I only see English and the 4 below it. Now I am in the elite plan, which is not the highest plan, so that may be why I don't get as many languages. Once you pick out your language, you would pick out your voice. Unfortunately, they don't have a way for you to preview this, so you can go ahead and just generate the voiceover for the one scene. That will show up at the bottom, and you could preview it here. If you like the sound of it, go ahead and click Generate Voiceover for all scenes, and here you can generate your voiceover for the entire video. If you wanted to upload your own audio, you could do that from the upload section here. And I just listened to my whole audio, and it sounds a little bit more robotic than I'm used to. I'll tell you a little tip on the speaking speed. You can always put it somewhere between 1.3 and 1.7. It'll speed that up a little bit and take away some of the robotic. So you would just click Generate Voiceover for all scenes and generate the new voiceover. Now, because AIVO mostly use images to make my video, I would like to take a look at changing some of the media in the scenes. So you'll click Media on the top left, and now we'll enter our keyword. For this first scene, I want to highlight the word when. Down below, you can try some of these popular search terms, and if you notice, these are the words that we put in the beginning for AIVO to know what our video was about. So if you wanted to search from here, you certainly could, and we'll just click Enter. This search bar is going to work for videos and photos, and of course, if you wanted to upload, you could certainly do that from here. Now that the video has returned its search, you can choose from here whether you want to use premium media or editorial media, and I don't. So we're just going to stick with standard today. I'm going to look through here and see if I can find a picture I want that shows business and winning. There is a bit of lag sometimes with some of these loading. And since I don't see anything I really like in this section, let's try adjusting our keywords. So we'll add win in business to the end of this. Maybe it'll give me something more like what I'm looking for. All right, this one looks pretty good to me. So we'll just choose this one, and we're going to left click on it and add to the current scene. Once you do that, you'll notice it shows up in the middle of your scene, so we need to do a little bit of adjusting here. Down on the timeline where we see our media overlay layer, there's a 2. If you click the arrow next to that, we can take out the image overlay that AIVO put in itself by closing that out. It is going to ask us if we want to do that, and I do, so click delete. And now we have just the video we picked out as an overlay. If you highlight that, the boxes will show up, and then we can use our switches along the top of the toolbar. You can change the background color, we can animate the scene, we can change the media effects. I simply want to resize my media, so I'm going to touch that, and we just want to full width. So now our video covers our whole scene for us, and we'll take a look at the next scene. So I have no problem with that image. We're just going to leave that as it is, and we'll take a look at scene 3. I don't like all 3 of these in a row. And just looking at it, I like the first one and the third one. I want this 4th image to show up on my 3rd scene. One cool little feature about AIVO is that if you are in the media section and you click on timeline, this will show you all of the media in your timeline, which really just saves you from having to go search it down, because the search function in here is a little wonky. So I have the scene highlighted that I want to adjust, and I know that I want this picture added to it. So I'm going to left click and add to current scene. We're going to go down to the timeline next to the 2, and we're going to take out the first image overlay that I want to get rid of. Yes, I'm sure. And now we have the image I want to work with in the middle. Highlight that, adjust it for the size of your canvas, and now you're done. Let's do one more together. We'll go to videos, type in the keyword we want to look for, and hit enter. If we wanted to take a look at the photos, We can choose to include Bing images or not, and you can also choose your premium and editorial toggles from here. If you find a video you like, it will tell you if it's Supreme Media Library or not, so that you don't choose something you either don't want to pay for or can't afford. Also, make sure when you're playing on the timeline that the scene you are editing is highlighted in blue, and that is the scene that you are actually editing. If you are looking at this scene and it is not highlighted in blue, the changes will not show up on that scene. Let's choose our video. We'll take this one. I'll take out the image I do not want, delete, highlight the image I want to keep, resize, stretch it to fit my video. And that is how you pick out images and media for your scenes in AIVO. Now, if you've noticed as we're going through here, unlike Vidnami, AIVO does not do any kind of text highlighting for you. They all look really small and they're all kind of the same color. So let's adjust the text. First, you want to highlight the text by clicking on it, and then you can use the toolbar across the top again. We can do a text animation and have it slide in from the left, and you'll notice the animations move so you can see what they do. We'll leave it cover slide left. Click done, and now we can change our font size by increasing or decreasing it. You can click and drag it around. You can absolutely delete it here if you'd like to. I'm going to change the way this is structured. We'll just hit enter. Give us a good 4 sentences here. If we wanted to change the background, we could do that from here as well. Just click on the paint bucket and select the color you want. Now it doesn't seem like the words are popping out as much, so let's click done. We'll change the text color from here. Just make it a little darker. That looks fine. And if you wanted to highlight just one word, like you were able to do in Vidnami, you would simply highlight the word and click on text highlight. We'll just make this one white. And now we've adjusted the text for this scene. Let's adjust some more text. We'll go to the previous scene, double click on our text. We know we want this bigger, so let's go ahead and change the size. And I want it all on one line, so we'll back this up. Now I've got it centered on the bottom, but it does have a white box in the back. If you don't want to have to adjust this one by one along the toolbar with the top, you can come over to templates on the left, the little pencil and the ruler. If you adjust template on this first section, this is the default of your whole video, so you will change everything in your video. I made that mistake once. If you just want to do it by scene, come up to layout, and they do give you some additional options if you don't like this particular scene. So let's take a look at this one. I kind of like how that blue box pops on top of the scene. They also took that white down a little bit. I like that, so we're just going to use that. And then say we wanted to highlight the word successful, make it stand out a little bit. We would just go over to highlight color. Looks like it's already done it for us. And I'm happy with that, so we'll just leave that be. Also on the left under templates is going to be your brand settings. Now this is only for the Elite and the Supreme plans. And then underneath, if you needed to change your format, you could certainly do that from here as well. Some other functions you can do, if you needed to adjust the voiceover other than going to audio along the left-hand side, you could adjust it here directly under the scene. You can also add an overlay for here. If you wanted to center things, you could turn the grid view on. As you move it around, you would be able to look at the lines and make sure you have it centered where you want it. And the zooming in and out of the timeline is really going to help us now that we are headed into adjusting the scene links for our audio. So when we did our voiceovers, they did show up on our timeline for us. But unfortunately with AIVO, these are not able to be moved, and they're also not the accurate length for your audio. So when I play this, my audio actually stopped just a little bit before 3.5. I do not want a second and a half of empty silence. So to adjust this, you would simply go down to where your media is showing, grab that white bar, and move it in to where you heard your audio stop. I gave it a little bit of extra, but this is not an actual visual representation of where your audio stops. I just found it a lot easier to do it by ear. Also, come up to where your scene is, make sure you adjust that to fit your video, and then everything else comes into line underneath it for you. This does seem to be a bit more fiddly just because the voiceover does not adjust that timeline for you. So just know you're going to need a little bit of extra time to come in here and make that exactly how you want it. And speaking of which, I'm going to go ahead and head in here, finish picking out the media and adjusting the text for all of these scenes, and I'll be back with you before we preview and export it. Also, there is a save button in AIVO, so don't forget to save your work periodically, just as a good general practice. Alright, now I have essentially created my Vidnami-like video inside of AIVO.ai. One thing I don't think I mentioned was your transitions. If you wanted to apply transitions or adjust them, just click the little gear looking thing in between each scene. That brings you over to the templates section, and you can choose transitions from here. I'm going to leave those as is. Now you will preview and export your video. AIVO does tell you that the watermarks and sound marks will be removed in the 1080p resolution when you export the video. So this Shutterstock watermark will go away. You immediately get a shareable link. You can choose to download, publish to Facebook, or publish to YouTube. We're going to just download this like we did with Vidnami. And AIVO.ai is going to do its thing and create our video just like Vidnami. This can take a little while depending on how big your video really is. Underneath you can see they tell us that an email containing the download link will be sent to your address as soon as it's ready. So if you would like to leave from here or go back and create more videos, you certainly can. We're just going to wait patiently, and I'll be back as soon as it's ready. Now AIVO.ai is done rendering my video, and it's saved on my computer. We're just going to open this up and preview it so you can see how AIVO.ai creates a very similar video, but not exact, to Vidnami. And don't forget, we did add some transitional options in here that you did not get inside of Vidnami. And if you guys are interested in seeing the full examples, we do have them posted on our YouTube channel. The links are included below in the description, and you can go watch the full 1 minute of the AIVO video example versus the full 1 minute of the Vidnami video example. And don't forget, AIVO does not have all of the features that Vidnami did. I needed to adjust most of the media and the static images to video, as well as the text was all small and needed to be adjusted, and the scene links had to be adjusted as well. Now the last difference I'm going to discuss between AIVO and Vidnami is their pricing structure. With Vidnami, you had one price for one plan. With AIVO, you have several different prices for several different plans, and they do change based on whether you pay annually or monthly. As you can see, the Elite plan does have a try free for 14 days, and there is a free forever plan as well. We did use the Elite plan and didn't see any issues with that. It worked just fine to create our Vidnami-like videos. If you guys think AIVO.ai is right for you, don't forget to check it out using our link in the description below. If you found value in this video, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. We really appreciate your support, and keep watching our channel for additional Vidnami alternatives as we take the time to research and compare them to Vidnami to try and find the best alternative for you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.